When I wake up in the morning, I can say good morning, Jesus. When I'm playing with my toys, I can tell him what I'm doing. If I'm happy, if I'm sad, if I'm worried, if I'm glad, Jesus wants to hear it all. He's my friend through big and small. Jesus is my best friend. He wants to hear everything. I can talk to him today about anything, anything. Jesus is my best friend. He's with me in all I do. When I pray or when I play, he wants to be there too. When I'm learning something new, I can ask for Jesus' help. When I'm scared or feeling shy, I can whisper, Jesus, I need you. At my dinner, at my bath, when I'm walking down the path, I can talk to him right then. He's my very special friend. Jesus is my best friend. He wants to hear everything. I can talk to him today about anything, anything. Jesus is my best friend. He's with me in all I do. When I pray or when I play, he wants to be there too. I don't have to close my eyes, I don't have to fold my hands. I can talk to Jesus while I'm running, playing, making plans. Simple words or just a thought, he hears every single.
So what do you call a person who expects something from others that are not willing to give themselves? So today we're going to react to this viral confession that took place on The Bigger Player that got the internet going crazy. So there was a 40-year-old unemployed woman who demands a six-figure provider, but she refused to date an unemployed man herself. So we're going to look at this double standard and how it's plaguing the dating culture today. Because my question is she a hypocrite for expecting something that she won't give? But what does the scripture really say about work, provision, and reciprocity when it comes to relationships? So from biblical gender roles to personal responsibility, we're going to get into this entitlement mentality that's destroying authentic connections. This isn't just about relationship advice today. This is a biblical reality check about fairness, growth, and God's design for mutual partnership. Prepare, because I'm going to be very unfiltered today about this modern dating delusion. And we're going to get into what the Bible teaches about work, worth, and relationships. And today, we're definitely going to get into this real double standard that is just got the world going crazy. So with that being said, let's get into it. Yeah. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the greatest podcast on earth, the Pastor's Q&A. How's, can y'all hear me?
Don't look like it. Can't hear me either.
They can hear you. They can't hear me.
It don't look like it.
Testing. There we go. So let's try this one more time. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the greatest podcast on earth, the Pastor's Q&A. So, how's everybody doing? How's your mama? How's everything going? How's everybody treating you? You know. You good? Hi, you look so nice. Don't my wife look so nice with her pink on? Looking all purdy. Purdy. Looking all purdy. You all right?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. Where's that spunk that you had 2 minutes ago before you sat down?
I didn't have no spunk 2 minutes before.
You did.
I am the same way I walked in here.
Let me tell you the 2 minutes ago spunk. I ain't doing that. You bye.
That wasn't 2 minutes ago.
So, everybody, thank y'all for tuning in. We got a good show for y'all today. The unemployed lady who don't want an unemployed man. I mean, I understand, but I don't understand. So, with that being said, please make sure that you give us a thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button and please click on the bell. Click on all so you can get all the notifications every time my beautiful wife, drag me and beat me in here and make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So y'all can get this beautiful podcast 2 times a week. So yeah. I do got a question though. Would you go back to the mornings? Or would you go to at night? Let's wait till all the people come in and we'll re-ask the question. See how they like it. So, my wife sent me this video. And when I saw it in the email box, it was like unemployed woman. Couldn't really remember. That's all I saw. And I was like, what is my wife talking about? Then I go click on this thing, and it's brought to you by, I call him one of the big real guy, but his page is called The Bigger Play. It's on Facebook and on YouTube. The video that my wife sent me was a YouTube video. So I put the link. I'm sorry. The video that my wife sent was from Facebook. So I put the link to the Facebook video. I put also the link to his Facebook page and the link to his YouTube page. So go support. He has he do a lot of reels that really sit back and make you really think either 2 things, 3 things. Either the education system has failed us, somehow the church has lost us, or parents didn't pass out enough hugs and kisses. That's when I watch some of his reels and the look on his face, even with glasses on, still be priceless. So go check out his page. I made sure I put the link for everything. And if you're looking at the thumbnail, the woman who we're going to be talking about today, she's on there. My little brother told me to stick or make her real small at the bottom. So you can find the crazy woman like Waldo. So, but why did you send this?
Because I found it to be interesting. Her response was amazing to me. You want all these things, but then it was like, would you take, well, we have to watch the clip, but then he asked the question like, you wouldn't even take you. So how you got a standard and you won't even accept yourself for yourself? Like, that's crazy to me.
So I think
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
And we often talk about this because you say it all the time. How can you expect something from somebody that you ain't willing to do yourself?
Well, I mean, you can. Because like the other lady who said that if she married, you got to take care of her. Remember, she put out her expectations up front.
She did. She put out her expectations. But what I think the difference between that and this is she said her expectations. The guy married her, and he didn't really believe her.
No, I think he believed her. He just lost his job.
He didn't believe her because she said it. And when somebody tells you who they are, you believe them.
I think
she made a believer out of him.
But I mean,
in this case, she ain't even got nobody.
She do.
She does not.
She do. She got that Beyonce song. Me, myself,
she ain't got nobody. And she has a standard that she's not willing to meet. So, the same the other video that we played, the guy made a good point. He was like, the standard of guy. Nah, I think it was another video. It was something else we talked about. But it was a comment made, in order to have the standard of guy you're looking for, they have a standard also.
I made that comment.
We're going to talk about that. Oh, let's get into it because I just thought about something.
What you do for a living, boo?
I am unemployed.
Do you think you're in a space to date with like not having a job right now?
I am. I prefer it that way because I want a man that'll take me at my lowest and help build me up, and that'll build my loyalty towards him. As someone about to turn 40, I don't really see myself working for the man any longer, so I'm just trying to figure it out.
Would you date an unemployed man?
Again, because I look for the man to be the provider. As a woman, I wouldn't.
So you want a man to accept something that you wouldn't accept?
Right. Say to live a comfortable life, you need at least 6 figures and at least 100,000 before taxes.
Who gonna tell her? Who gonna tell her?
Well, since I'm here, I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna tot. Boy, it is so. When I say so, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let you.
So, first she said, that she won't work for the man.
What man?
She can't see herself ever working for the man again. And she needs a man that's going to be behind her, that's going to help build her.
Right.
And I can't knock that. And the reason I say that is because it's a lot of men out there that are looking for women that will stand behind them and help them build. But those men are probably not working a 6-figure job, but they are working a job.
I'm gonna take notes.
That's first.
Let me grab this pen.
Now, the question becomes, is she a dreamer or does she actually follow through? Okay. So then the next thing was, she said, because she looks at the man as a provider. I'm not knocking that, because she's absolutely correct. The man is supposed to be the provider. And to be quite honest, men who make 6 figures, they do have a standard. And they are willing to take a woman who is not working if she takes care of all of the other stuff of being a wife and a spouse and a companion. And you have to have a certain look, because usually they have a certain reputation in their world. You're their trophy, and you are supposed, and I want to say this the right way. Because there are some who out there and all they're looking for is somebody who is going to hold down the house. That's just what I've seen, heard. I'm not in that world with a whole bunch of them. So I may be wrong, and I'm not a man. Just telling you from what I've experienced. Now, the fact that she says she don't want a man without a job, because then he would not be able to fulfill the need, the requirement of being a provider. I can understand that also. But at the same time, there's definitely that double standard. And I'm not saying she won't find nobody, because somebody will take her. My husband is writing notes.
Oh, I said I'm gonna take some notes. I'm gonna take some notes. Because I think my wife don't like it when I say this, but I find this to be very interesting. I do. I kind of want to go back through the video because she said a whole lot in the video itself. Like she had a lot of things to say, because she mentioned building her up. Because the first question the lady asked was, are you in the position to date?
I didn't hear her ask that.
That was the very first question that the lady asked. That's how the whole video starts off. The whole video starts off with, are you in a position to even date? She said, I'm 40, unemployed. She said, girl, are you in a position to even date?
Okay, I missed that.
So, should unemployed people be dating?
Why not?
So what, y'all meeting at the labor line?
If somebody know I'm unemployed and they ask me to go out,
No.
they know that I'm unemployed. Hey, Prophet Miller.
Prophet Miller, should unemployed people be dating? Or should they be trying to find a job?
Put the camera. You need to check my beans. I don't understand what the problem is. They're people too.
Go check your beans. Yeah, I'm telling on you. Mm-hmm. So, should unemployed people be dating? Because when I was unemployed, the last thing I was worried about was going out on a date. I didn't care about dating you. Because the only thing I was worried about not dating was the concrete. Sleeping next to the grass. The elements. I was too busy worrying about not dating homelessness. So my thing is, have we taken away, or have we misplaced priority? Now, how can I say this? Now, I can see a man dating an unemployed woman. Unemployed, a woman with no job, But then my question becomes, what, why, and what is your end goal? Because there has to be an end goal. Is she in school and you're willing to support her while she's still in school? Is she building a business and you're willing to support her that way? But based on what this woman said, she is looking for someone to build her up until she overflows.
I don't think that's what she said.
That's what she said. I watched this. I had to edit this video, so I definitely know. I just want to know, what is the should unemployed people be dating?
Why not?
Okay.
If they know I'm unemployed and they ask me out, then they know they gonna have to pay. They might genuinely might be wanting to know who I am. They might be wanting to know, why is it that I'm unemployed? What is my end goal? What am I doing?
Right. I mean,
because there's more to a person other than them just being unemployed.
Okay, so hey Tam. So
Hey, Sugar Plum.
So let me ask this question then. Should the unemployed person unemployment be their lead off? Because that's her lead off.
You don't know? Did you watch the whole thing? Did you
I watched what you
interview?
sent me.
Okay, so
because he do reels, he don't
Right.
do full long.
okay,
content.
I don't know because I don't know who he is. All right, so you said that was her
you
lead
sent
off.
me a video of someone you don't know who he
I
is.
don't.
You didn't do no research.
Nope, I sent it to you.
Because it was hilarious to you.
It was.
Jesus. Tam.
It was hilarious to me.
Tamra, should unemployed people be dating? That's the question that's on the
I
floor.
was unemployed and I was dating.
But see, I think this is where but this is where I think the double standard comes in at. Because see, women won't date an unemployed man, but a man will date an unemployed woman.
I think that depends on the woman. I don't think it's again, and I say that because there are women with 6-figure jobs and all they want is somebody. They just want company.
Right. So you're paying for companionship.
There are women who are with people just because they don't want to be by themselves, and it's not that they're paying for companionship. They just don't know how to be by themselves. So they're willing to take care of everything.
So but then too, those sometimes.
And it's the same thing.
You
for
have
men.
said, and well, not even you. Some women have even stated that those are women with low self-esteem.
They have issues. I'm not going to say all of them have low self-esteem, but I am going to say they have issues. They are not whole and complete in who they are. But that's not the question at hand. We're not even talking about them as a person. That ain't the question at hand. The question that you asked was, should unemployed people be dating?
I don't know. I'm just thinking about me because, like I said, if I'm unemployed, dating somebody, unless we are already together and I lose my job or the office closed, I'm not getting fired because I'm not be on looking for a job. And that's
okay. We're back.
And
all right.
and
Sorry, y'all.
Sorry about that. That is what I was thinking.
She said it depends on why they're unemployed and their focus.
So-
and again, they could be looking for a job and that could be their focus. That does not mean that they cannot live in between.
I'm just saying. I ain't saying.
I was unemployed and I was dating and I was looking for a job.
But I think
And
for women,
sometimes that can be, you need that outlet.
but for women, I think it's different.
It might be,
It's very different.
but it wasn't that different when you were a single mom of 3 kids and you're living in one room. Because you're thinking from a male standpoint, the responsibility that you have as a man and having to do to provide and all that good stuff. Again,
Yeah, see,
a single mother of 3 having to take care of kids and herself.
and I'm not knocking that. I'm not knocking.
She said, I'm unemployed and I turn down dates.
Why? Is it because you're not looking for anybody, or your mind is on, let me get me somewhat together first? Because that would be my thought process. She said, I have no time to give to anyone. My extra time goes to looking for a job and my kids. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. So that was my question. But I was taking notes, and I'm gonna keep taking notes. Because I was also
I'm always gonna play the devil's advocate.
That's great. You can play the devil's advocate. That's cool. I love Al Pacino too, but I'm playing Keanu Reeves, right? So I'm the lawyer on the other side. So listen, so you made some great, interesting points. You said that a man needs a woman to have her back or have his back, because she made the point of a man.
I didn't say need, I said want.
Wants. No. Okay, you said want. Wants a woman. No. Men need women
Okay.
to build them. And the reason why I say that is because when I did the research for my Mother's Day message, that is what a helpmeet is.
Okay.
Like,
I agree.
you're innated, you were built and created, and most men are not. That's not a want, that is a need for us.
It is. I agree.
To have that support, especially mentally and emotionally.
Okay.
Because she makes a point that I'm going to point out when we do the breakdown, going through the video. She said something that I thought to be very interesting. After the lady asked her, are you in a position to date? And this was the reason why I asked the question.
Well, I
happened?
got 2 screens up with both of them with the messages.
Oh, 'cause
I'm sorry.
one is so we can see the message. I didn't know that was on the
You
message
can't
thing.
see the messages on the other one?
But that also helped me keep the number count. And it
So
lets
just
me know.
close that one and look at the messages on that one.
But then you tell me that you can't read the messages.
Sir,
see.
they're the exact same size. I couldn't see them because
Okay.
there you go.
Can you see those?
Yeah.
Because at first you couldn't see those. That's why I started putting up the bigger thing. I left that open so I know if we get disconnected
Okay.
without looking at this.
Okay.
Right. So the lady asked, was she in a position to date? That's why I asked the question, should you be dating why you unemployed? I thought Prophet Miller was going to answer that question for me as well. The man is a provider. I'm gonna come back to that when she says it. I'm gonna come back to that. And the reason why I'm gonna come back to that, because it's something that I learned about the man is a provider, and then I heard a pastor say something.
And I've heard several other people say it.
But I heard a pastor say it in a different way that I thought that was very
This fly is working my nerve.
profound.
Sir.
You also said that some of these men, because she talks about a six-figure guy, and you said that some men have a certain look, or they're looking for a certain look, right? So what I can say from a man's perspective, right? Okay, so some men like poison. Some men like poison. They like a big butt and a smile, right? Some men listen to the other side of BBD and was like, I thought it was me. I thought it was me that made that girl this way, and it's not you. Some men, you can, so even taking her, being unemployed, right? A certain look doesn't necessarily mean body type, face, because men with six figures can create that. Men with five figures can create that. And what I mean is,
Yeah, but usually they're not gonna invest that at the beginning.
no, they're not going to invest that at the beginning.
Exactly.
Well,
No.
it depends on the
No.
guy. No, because listen, I might need you ever saw the movie Pretty Woman?
Yes.
That's based on a true story.
But she already had a look. All he had to do was put the money into the clothes, the hair, the stuff.
That's
like
what I'm
that.
saying.
That's not what I'm talking about.
When you say certain look, what do you mean?
I mean, there is a framework. You have to have a certain body type. You already have to have the package. They don't mind putting the clothes and the hair on you. But you already have to fit what their reputation upholds already.
So you couldn't be short, big boned.
You could if you had the curves in all the right places.
So let me ask this question. So you telling me that a six-figure dude wouldn't walk in with a Nell Carter? He wouldn't walk in with a Monique? He wouldn't walk in
The old Monique or the new Monique?
the old Monique? He wouldn't walk in with Precious?
Most of them would not.
Then ladies go to Africa, because it's a lot of eight-figure
You're
dudes over there.
absolutely correct. But we're
They
in the
would
United
snatch
States.
you off the street in a heartbeat.
But we're in the
Oh.
United States.
Big Bone, come here. I'm just saying. You said certain look. Then you said
They're looking for the trophy
a trophy.
that goes along with a certain look.
And some men are looking for trophies, which is sad.
Most of the six figures,
I'm a six-figure guy. I'm not looking for a trophy.
you are not a six-figure guy. Don't tell that lie. I love you though.
My taxes say six figures. Well, I think it doesn't matter what you look like. Every man who feels he has a good woman has a trophy.
You're absolutely correct, but they don't know that at the beginning. That's why they're dating them. I hear crickets.
Okay. And then you said something about wife and companion. No, I don't remember. I was trying
I
to.
don't remember. You
I
was
was
writing
trying-
down the notes.
Companion and being a wife, because you said it right after a certain look. Then you said a wife and a companion. Then you went into the trophy.
Oh, what I said was there are six-figure men or men who are high earners that will take you without a job because they are looking for that woman who's willing to meet
The wife, the stay at
role,
home,
to take care of the house
Got you.
stuff.
Right. Okay. So now there's a statistic that is out that
You keep saying these statistics. Are you gonna pull
listen.
pull them and make them the correct statistics now?
They are the correct statistics. So
I ain't talking about from 10 years ago.
I ain't talking about from 10 years ago.
Alright.
These surveys was done at least 3 to 4 months ago. And
What's the statistic?
It
Let's
is-
look it up.
it is showing that women don't want to be married.
Absolutely.
Women don't want children.
Absolutely.
There is the American birth decline has declined significantly, almost about 97%. So we went from a household during the baby boom. So I found out why mama's generation are called the baby boomers. Because when the men came back from war, they start popping out babies. So a household between the time the Second World War was over up until about at least coming into the 1980s, a household was about 3.2 to 3.8 children per house. Now the American birth rate is down to like 1.5.
How you get where they getting a 0.5? How you get a half a child? What is that?
Listen, I'm just calling out what they're saying, right? These are not.
But
my
I
statistics.
get it because
So-
most people don't. You want one, maybe two kids, and that's it. We ain't doing no more.
Right. So, and the father has declined. So, where regardless of what color you were, houses contained almost 80%, over 80% of fathers. Now, majority of them are less than 30%.
80% no fathers.
So, I'm gonna ask this question just based on the video. Was her dad in her life?
I don't know.
Just based on how she talked.
I don't
You've
know.
canceled thousands of women.
I would say yeah, because she had a provider. She understands what that means.
Every woman says they want a man as a provider.
Nope. Not the way that she is. The way that she sounds, yes, she had a father in her life. I could be wrong, but that's how she sounds.
That's how she sounds.
Yes,
She sounds like she had a daddy.
she sure does.
He's the
She
daddy.
had one that did what she's expecting.
This fly is getting me. So, I kind of want to. I want to break down. I want to go through this, and I kind of want to break down some of the stuff that she said. So, again, before we really get into it, don't hesitate to tell somebody. Invite your friends in so we can have this conversation for real. Where the ladies at? Don't be scared. Give us a thumbs up if you haven't. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you can get the notifications every time we go live. But definitely share this with somebody. Bring somebody in here so we can have this conversation, because I definitely would love to hear especially from both sides, men and women, those who are married, those who are single. Go find your unemployed friends. But this, okay, so let me ask this question. What, because unemployed is different for a lot of people. So what is considered unemployed?
Don't have a job.
You don't have a job. Okay. So let me ask this question. Do you consider a housewife to be unemployed? Because I don't.
Technically, yes. Technically, yes. When you can't fill out an application and you're a housewife and they ask you, are you employed? You can't put, I'm employed because I'm a housewife. No. Unemployed is unemployed. Unemployed means I don't have a job currently. Now, to say that my skills as a stay-at-home mom does not represent real world experience, that's something different.
So,
To be unemployed means you do not have a job that is compensating you with payment.
So let me ask this question. What if you were well, that would make you a stay-at-home mom if you was doing homeschooling.
You're right. You're still.
So you believe that unemployed moms, stay-at-home moms, are unemployed?
Yes, you don't have a job that is compensating you with money.
So let me ask this. So because a lot of men, not the trophy guys, but men, compensate their wives who stay at home. So it's like, here's the bill money, here's the food money, here's the baby money, and here's you some money. Does that still make her unemployed?
Yes. Because house money, bill money, all that good stuff, that's not her money.
No. Listen to what I said.
No.
Listen
You're
to me.
not letting me finish. I let you say what you needed to say. I heard you when you said, he said, here's your money. That's not you paying me for what I do. Because even if you stop paying me, I still got to do this. And you're not paying me. You're giving me money because I'm here and I don't earn it outside of the house. So you're not paying me because, as you always say, what's yours is mine.
So that would make you a six-figure woman. I'm just saying, if we're one, right? No? Okay. So, but let me ask this then. Is she being unreasonable when the lady asks her, would you date an unemployed man? So let me put that out for the ladies.
The first thing she said was, I'm looking for a provider.
I got that. But I don't, okay. So, but is it unfair, or would you date an unemployed man?
I have.
How did that work out?
The same way with all other guys. I mean, I dated unemployed, I've dated employed, and it didn't work out for either one of them. So I can't say. I mean, he was a cool guy.
Tam, would you date an unemployed man?
I've dated men who were unemployed. I've dated men who didn't have their own vehicles. I've dated men who didn't have their own houses. I've never been one who looked at someone's circumstance and judged them. Now, your conversation is something different.
So, we meet. Hi, I'm Anthony. And you are?
Chiquita.
Great. So, Chiquita, you work?
That's not the first question
Listen, we just
but
asking
okay,
questions.
yes.
Chiquita, you work?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm unemployed.
Okay.
Right. So I just want to let you know that before we go out on a date. Because I can't even buy you flowers.
Well, that's where you have messed up, because the unemployed person asked me on a date, and they were the one to pay for stuff.
Dad, they stole your unemployment check. So, okay.
We can't. A lot of people just generalize stuff. You can't generalize stuff.
No, I'm not generalizing. I'm just, trying to make conversation and, because you brought this video
I did.
because you thought it was funny.
I did.
Right. So I'm trying to keep it funny. Because now I want to go in. I want to dissect some things. I'm going to take some notes. And you can tell me to stop whenever you want me to stop, to say what it is that you want to say about a thing. She said, oh, no, that was the last comment that she made. So, you ready? So, you just let me know when you want to stop. All right.
What you do for a living, boo?
I am unemployed.
Do you think you're in a space to date with like not having a job right now?
I am. I prefer it that way because I want a man that'll take me at my lowest and
She
help
said,
build
I
me up, and
prefer
that'll
it
build my
that
loyalty
way.
towards
I
him.
missed that. All right.
As someone about to turn 40, I don't really see
Want me to
myself
stop?
working for the man any longer, so I'm just trying to figure it out.
Would you date an unemployed man?
She said, I prefer it that way. And she's about to turn 40.
Is she too old to be thinking that way?
I absolutely believe she is. But again, hey, if it floats your boat, then
She said, I'm unemployed and I prefer it that way. So,
wait, because she followed up with, then I can know who
she followed. Let's
who
go.
supports.
Do you think you're in a space to date with like not having a job right now?
I am. I prefer it that way because I want a man that'll take me at my lowest and help build me up, and that'll build my loyalty towards him.
Right. See, now, that, listen. So, I'm gonna put the camera on.
She asked her, does she think that she is ready to date as being unemployed? And she said, yes, I prefer it that way because then I can get a man who will take me at my lowest and help build me up. Then she said, as someone about to be 40.
Wait a minute.
So at 39, about to be 40. The next thing that came out of her mouth was, I don't see myself working for the man ever again.
We're going too fast.
I'm sorry.
Hold on. Mama,
That was one statement of thought. That was her whole statement of thought.
I'm going to live up to what I said in the introduction.
That was her whole statement of thought. I just I could see that at a younger age.
She said,
But at this point in life,
are you in a position to be dating? She said, I prefer it that way because I'm looking for a man, she said, to build her up.
who will take me at my
Take me
lowest
at my lowest
and build me
and
up.
build me up. And that is how he will get my loyalty. Listen, you ain't loyal. And as the song in the streets say, I think it was Chris Brown and Drake. Ain't loyal. And everybody on here, y'all only been saved for 2 days, so y'all know the song.
Ooh,
we all only been.
playing.
I only been saved for 45 minutes. So listen. so I'm gonna keep it a buck. Listen. You prefer to be at your low, so you can put your dependency in another human being.
Cursed be the man who puts his trust in man.
Wait, stay out of my notes, cause
Jeremiah 17 and 5.
I came to give scripture today. I came to help you out, Miss Lady. I came to put you up on real game.
I need to check my beans.
Huh?
I need to check my beans.
Okay. I came to put you up on real game. Let me help you out, Miss Lady. If ain't nobody ever told you, let me help you out. Let me tell you what the Lord said. Thus says the Lord. Curse be the man that trusts in man, and make flesh his arm, and whose heart depart from the Lord. Your loyalty, you only gonna give loyalty to the one who can take you at your lowest and build you up. Let me help you out. You see the name on this t-shirt right here at the top? You see this name right here? This is the only man. Let me help you out, Miss Lady. This is the only man that can catch you at your lowest and truly build you up, who you should cast your loyalty to. Because, let me explain something to you. Men are flawed. Disasters happen. Businesses close. Jobs get lost. Hey, Shantae. Jobs get lost. Men lie. And for you to really be trying to find, you prefer the way because you're looking for a man to catch you at your lowest. Now you prostituting yourself. You prostituting yourself and you're offering superficial loyalty. That is not even true loyalty. Because I can see you like the other lady. When the man, when he down and out, you gone. Like NSYNC said, you're gone.
No, I think you're wrong.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Because that's where the loyalty comes in.
The loyalty comes in. She has no loyalty.
Why she
Because your loyalty is based on a false premise that somebody cannot give you. Because your real at your low is not something that is tangible. That is a heart issue she has. She has a inside issue that she needs to deal with. That is an inside issue. Because you're almost 40. And the reason she don't get a pass is because science, they say follow the science, right? And that's what they say. And that's what they say. Follow the science. And that's what they say. Follow the science. It is scientifically proven that women mature faster than men. She don't sound like she's mature. And it sounds like that she has been taught that she has been given this falseness of an identity for women. A false, I'm sorry, not identity, a false provision. You know how some girls are raised and the mama say, hey, make sure you get your man with some money. She didn't tell you, she didn't say nothing about get you a man with some character. Get you a man with some loyalty. Find you a man who's grounded. It's find you a man with some money. And I say that because I ran with a lot of gorillas who had money. And I know what they would do to a woman like this. Because they would use...
Hey, Shantae.
They would use her so-called loyalty against her. Now, I don't know how you women think. And trust me, I'm not Mel Gibson, and I'm not trying to figure out how y'all think, because that sounds like a very, very complicated thing.
Yeah. We definitely don't know how y'all think.
Right. But we're very simple. We'll take advantage of her in a way that she would have never seen coming. Men will prey on that. Well, some men will prey on that.
You're absolutely correct. And it don't take a gorilla to prey on that.
It would be a gorilla.
It does not take a gorilla to prey on that. This is why it is when you're teaching women how to date. No, I don't want to say that. This is why I tell my daughter, allow the other person to talk more than you talk. People like to talk about themselves. I need you to pay close attention, because she was told that she's socially awkward and that she's quiet. She's too quiet around people. I said, you get that from your mama. That's because you observe. And when you observe, it allows you to be able to hear people, hear their intentions.
Because they will tell you.
And when you're listening to their intentions, you will hear their heart. And what the word says, that where your money goes is where the treasures of your heart are. So, and then it also says, from out of the belly flows the rivers of life. Whatever comes up out of you tells what's in you. And like you said, somebody like that, bait, hook, bait, sinker.
Line and sinker.
Because I already know what I need to say to you.
To get you.
To get you. And to keep you long enough for me to do what I want to do to you.
That's it. And they will definitely use up whatever little goodness she does have. Because listening to her, I'm not saying that she's a bad person. I'm not saying wanting a man with 6 figures and understanding, and she's absolutely correct. Depending on where she lives in this country, you need 6 figures to survive. I understand that from a economic standpoint, and from someone who does business, who keeps his ear to the ground with what's taking place in the government, what's going on in economics. So I get that. What I'm saying is she's putting her loyalty into the wrong egg basket.
Well, anytime you put your loyalty into any, well, okay, so
No, I'm not saying not be loyal. What I'm saying is she said, her words, not mine, that she wants a man to get her at her lowest, to help build her up. And from that, she can give her loyalty. There's no character. You're not looking for character.
but you also have to think, you can't just make those assumptions from a quick 60-second clip. And you know that. Because we do this all the time.
Right. But I get what you're saying. I can't make that from a 60-second clip.
Right.
But what I grew up in a house full of women. I got more sisters than brothers. I got more female cousins than male.
I'm a woman.
I'm married to a woman. I have more daughters than sons. And what I can say, something that I have learned about women, that women can tell you what they want, how they want, if you're paying close attention to what they're saying.
You're absolutely right. If you're paying attention.
Even if they leave loopholes. Because to me, I'm listening to her, and character is not one of the things on her table list. A provider.
You can't say
but I'm going to say it. A provider.
Second clip.
A provider is what she wants.
I wanted a provider too. I told you that when we got together.
No. When you told me you wanted a provider, your provider conversation, if you gave me a list of 10 things, provider was number 10. Because you was looking for a God-fearing, someone with good character, someone who could be a good father to your kids. Like you went.
But hold on. Okay. You went to go all the way down this list.
No, I'm not about to go down the list. What I'm saying is granted, you was looking for someone to come in and help, someone to be a provider. You didn't want to do it by yourself. And I understand that. No woman really does. Not even feminist women. That's why they go get lesbians. So listen to me. What I'm saying is my moral character would have superseded. I could have been a multi-millionaire. But if my morals did not line up with what you were looking for morally, my money wouldn't have mean nothing to you.
You're right. But here's what I'm saying. Their conversation wasn't about character. Their conversation is about economics. So therefore, no. Therefore, her focus is on that.
Right. But
So therefore,
here's
hold.
go ahead.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
So therefore, you cannot say she's not looking for the other things because they're specifically in one topic. That is the topic of conversation.
The conversation started off with dating.
You're
Then she
absolutely
moved.
correct.
She moved to economics.
You're right.
It started off about who the type of person you want. That was how the conversation started. The person you want. Then the question it was about being with a man, dating, because she said, "Are you in a position to date?"
Right.
And then she went in.
She said, "Being unemployed, are you in a
Right.
Right, but
So
unemployed mean we're already talking about the economics.
No, listen to me. Listen to me. The woman she's talking to at the bottom, because she's not talking to big play.
I know
bigger play.
that.
She's talking to a
He's
woman.
not even talking.
Right. The woman she's talking to is like the female Kevin Samuels. So it's about relationship and being. This is why you have to go and do your homework. This is why I went and I
But
did my
again,
homework.
even
That
with
conversation
that, this
started.
part of the conversation is about the economic.
It's
The
about
question
economic,
was,
but it's about the question. The question is the conversation is about her finding a man, dating.
you're right.
Right.
But the topic that
But she
you've
moved
thrown
it to
the baby out with the
I didn't-
bathwater.
There wasn't no baby in the bathwater. It was just a whole lot of bubbles.
You've thrown the baby out with the bathwater.
No, babe. listen to me.
Yes.
The conversation started
I'm
with
a
dating.
woman.
I know. Trust me.
I'm a
Let me
woman.
cut the camera off.
And I'm get your life together.
In my Barry White voice.
I am a woman and
Right.
I'm listening to her.
Right.
That is not all to the conversation.
Okay.
Just because she said, I'm looking for someone who can be a provider.
So let me
Now,
No, go ahead.
I'm not. The way that she's going about this, I do not agree with.
Okay. What you don't agree with?
I don't agree with the fact that you're almost 40 and what you're focusing on is finding a man that's going to help build you up. At this point, you almost 40. So if I'm going to start a business, I'm going to build myself up. If you come along, then you do.
Okay, so why does she, so let me ask this question. Why do you feel she needs a man to catch her at her lowest?
I don't know. I can't say that. I didn't say I feel that way. She said she feel, and
She don't
she
feel that
didn't
way.
say
She
right.
said
She
she
just
want a
said
man.
she'd rather it that he finds her at her lowest, and that very well could be. With the world that we live in, she could have experienced or know someone who has experienced getting into a relationship, having, and the other person using.
Yeah, because we don't raise a lot of weak men who don't want to work. They want to live off women.
You said it, I didn't.
And I'll shout it to the mountaintop.
So
a lot of
that
weak
may be
men
how
in
she,
this
and she
country.
may have already been through that.
And I get that, and I'm not knocking what I'm listening to from a male.
You've made a whole lot of assumptions from
what
that
I'm-
little 60 seconds.
You said that you can hear as a woman, so let me tell you what I hear as a man. You want me to pick you up at your lowest. And if I can build you up, then I can get your loyalty. My question becomes, what are you already doing for yourself? How are you building yourself?
We don't know the answer to that.
Right, I know. But men, like, my daddy always told me, you associate yourself and you study people that you want to be. So I pay attention to a lot of businessmen. I listen to a lot of businessmen. I watch how they move. I watch how they talk. I analyze how they think. Because I thought that I was a crazy, stupid person. And then I realized I'm not crazy and stupid. I just don't think
Like everybody else.
like everybody else. And I found the people who I think like, who I move like, who I see myself in. And most of those are multimillionaire and billionaire people. I never understood why I always flocked to the offices of people in certain positions. Because we think alike. So now I'm looking at this from six-figure plus guy, and not even as a six-figure plus guy. Let's say that I was the McDonald's manager making $60,000 a year. I understand you want a man to meet you at your lowest, and that's great. I understand you want a man to help build you up. But if I stop building you, does your loyalty stop? And then the question becomes, what are you doing?
But she said that's how you build.
No, that's not what she said. She said that is how I will get. That's how I will give my loyalty.
Play it again.
I want to go back to the beginning.
What you do for a living, boo?
I am unemployed.
Do you think you're in a space today
So what
with,
did she
like,
say
not having
before
a job
that?
right now?
Because I keep missing what she said
said,
before.
"What do you do for a living, boo?"
Okay. So again, this is a economic conversation from the start. That was my point.
But I need you to understand that the topic is about dating.
I get that. But at this point in the conversation.
I got you. Come on. I'm
Okay.
What you do for a living, boo?
I am unemployed.
Do you think you're in a space today with, like, not having a job right now?
I am. I prefer it that way because I want a man that'll take me at my lowest and help build me up, and that'll build my loyalty towards him.
Thank you. That'll help build my loyalty to him.
It'll help build your loyalty to me if I build you up.
She said, and that will help build my loyalty to him.
Again, I need.
You just said that wasn't what she said.
If I build, my question still doesn't change. If I build you up, if I stop, if the economy crash, if they blow up Alaska in 2 weeks.
So what she's saying is you take me at my lowest and you help build me. I know you're here for the long term. I know that you're not going anywhere. And that allows me to stay loyal to you. That's what she said. That helps build my loyalty.
That's a great sentiment.
And that's great. No.
Listen to me.
Because the only difference between what she's saying and what people do is the fact that she said it out loud.
That's great. And she can say it out loud. And I'm not mad at her because this is America. You have the right to say what you're going to say and say how you feel. So with that being said, that's not how we going to look at that. How we going to look at that is the only way I can receive your loyalty.
But that's not what she said.
I'm not a woman. I'm a man. So to me, if I stop building you, then your loyalty deceases. Because you said you want a
that's
man to
not what
catch me at my lowest.
She said, I prefer it.
Prefer you catch me at my lowest to build me up. And that will help me build my loyalty to you.
So let me put it this way.
Help me. Help me. Help me.
You got a woman come in and she's already making more money than you. You're working, but you're not doing what she does. She's carrying everything while you're building. You got a company that you're working on. And she's supporting you. You know she ain't going nowhere because she's supporting you. She's building your loyalty to her. It's the same thing, only difference is she said it.
So, I want to kill this fly. How did you get in here?
Yes, investment means that they may stick around. She's saying it, but in the example that I gave you, it's being done.
So
without actually saying it.
So she will build her loyalty to me because I caught her at her worst.
She's not
so
saying,
she
but
feel that I won't leave her.
Sir, it ain't no difference from the example I just said. Me and you got together. I'm carrying everything. You're not making what I make.
Okay.
You're working on what you working on, and I'm supporting that.
Right.
I am building you. We're working together.
Right.
But because of what I'm doing, I'm allowing you the freedom to do what you need to do. You are gaining. What's another word for loyalty?
I'm gaining your loyalty?
No. You're going to be loyal. No. I'm gaining your loyalty because you know that you can trust me and depend on me.
Right.
Because I'm willing to pick up the slack and do.
I got that. I'm not. So that's not my argument. I understand that point. That's not my argument.
The only point that I'm making right now is in the example. She just said it, but in the example, that's what's happening.
I got you. I'm not knocking your example. I understand completely what she's saying.
Tam said, "Men don't want easy; they want what they invest in."
Listen, my thing is this: once again, if the economy goes south, because according to your listen,
but even if you've already built the loyalty, you've already built the trust. So if the economy goes south, I've already proven that I'm not going nowhere. And if you stop building, I've already proven that I'm not going nowhere.
But it ain't about.
And you, wait a minute.
But my question
and you're not going nowhere.
Says who? That's the point. That is the argument that I'm making. If I stop building, does the loyalty stops? That is my question. So
what you're saying is, if I stop,
if you stop building you, right? Does my loyalty stop? Because I let it be known I need a provider.
But at the point, so
that's the question that I'm asking.
Because even in her conversation, it's about him helping to build her to get her where she's going. So even if something happens, let's say he gets sick and he's no longer able to help, and now she's got to be the one to take over.
Right.
The loyalty is there. She's going to step up. That's what she means when she says, I'm building my loyalty because you've shown me that you've been there. You've shown me who you are. That's what she's saying.
Oh, okay. That's definitely not how I was taking it. That's definitely that's not how it looks.
That's
Because
that's-
and like I said, that's the only question that I've been asking. Does the loyalty changes just because if something goes wrong?
her
Because
whole
you-
when she said, you building me up, that's how I build my loyalty. You've proven to me that you're here, you're down, you're for me. Now I know I can do the same for you. That's what I'm building my loyalty means.
I'm glad y'all broke that down, but that ain't what that mean to me. So, but
Face the date with like not having a job right now?
I am. I prefer it that way because I want a man that'll take me at my lowest and help build me up, and that'll build my loyalty towards him.
but this okay. I know we keep stopping right there, but this is the thing. What are you doing before I get here besides looking for me to come in and help you do your thing? Have you even went and just got crayons and the cardboard?
So for her to say, I prefer it that way, that means if it don't happen, it just don't happen that way. I'm good with it, but I would prefer he comes in while I'm at the bottom.
She said, I'm unemployed. And I prefer being unemployed so a man can catch me at my lowest. This is how I'm hearing this. You prefer to stay unemployed at 40 so a man can come in and build you. I'm just going by what I'm hearing. Now, either they got a great editor.
You're
Because
hearing
even
what
in
you
the
wanna
captions,
hear.
because I just want you to see something. Y'all think men just take anything nowadays. That is in the center of the whole thing.
I got you.
Right. So
Well, maybe I'm reading. Tam, you listening and you hearing.
Shantae, you listening?
Shantae, you listening and you hearing.
Because
so maybe I'm hearing wrong, but I'm listening to what she's saying, and to say I prefer it that way, that means that there's another option. Prefer means that's my preference.
So you prefer to be unemployed?
No, that's not. She didn't say I prefer to be unemployed. That's not what she said.
what she said.
She said, I prefer to date while I'm unemployed. Play it again. No, because she answered the question. Play it
She
again.
said, are you dating?
She said, are you in a position to date? She said, I prefer it that way so he can catch me at my lowest.
I prefer to be unemployed, is how that sounds. I need you to understand how this sounds to men. You can give me all the women, and I appreciate all the women breakdown. So maybe men can learn something today. But I'm trying to explain to you how this sounds to a man. For them to put in the middle of the caption, y'all think that we gonna fall for this.
What you do for a living, boo?
I am unemployed.
Do you think you're in a space to date with like not having a job right now?
I am. I prefer it that way because I want a man that'll take me at my lowest and help build me up, and that'll build my loyalty towards him. As someone about to turn 40, I don't really see myself working for the man any longer, so I'm just trying to figure it out.
Would you date an unemployed man?
That's the difference. That's the difference.
And listen, she not want to work for the man is great, but I'm going to tell her what Luke said. In the book of Luke, I think it's chapter 16. In the book of Luke, chapter 16, I keep missing the clip. I'm walking around the house. So listen, in Luke chapter 16, Jesus making very clear that you got to build somebody else before God gives you your own.
You're absolutely right. So
again, from a man, I don't mean to cut you. I'm so sorry. from a man's point of view, from
Told you
our
you're a
POV,
horrible communicator. I'm gonna teach you how to communicate.
from our point of view, right? From our POV, point of view, right? That's what that means, POV, right? So from our point of view, right? You don't want to work for the man no more.
So,
And that's cool. I get that. What are you currently doing now?
so, wait, are you done? Are you still
Yes,
talking?
I'm done.
Okay, so, and Shantae says she agreed with you. So here's what I am hearing. I prefer it that way. I prefer to date while I'm unemployed. But if it doesn't happen that way, cool. But then she said, this is where the problem comes in. This is where the problem comes in. She says, at about to be 40 or almost 40, however she put it, I don't see myself working for the man no more. Mm-hmm. That right there is the problem.
Why? But why is that a problem?
The reason that is a problem is because at 40, because she almost 40, so we just gonna put her right there at 40. At 40, even if you're building, if you're starting something, you're creating something, you got to start from somewhere. And I get that you want to be dating and you'd rather for him to come in at the bottom. The problem is you ain't willing to do nothing. Because it's not a problem that she says, I prefer to be here and date for you to catch me at the bottom. The problem comes in when you say, I'm not willing to go to work. That's where the problem comes in. I'm not willing to go to work. So you saying, I want you, because she is, so what is she doing? Nothing.
Thank you, Shantae. And that has been my argument since she said, hey, boo, what you do?
No, because everything she said, if she had not said, I'm not willing to work for the man, she could have said all of that and then said, well, if I'm working, or even if I'm working at the bottom and he catch me at the bottom, that would have changed everything. But the fact that she said, I ain't working for the man no more.
So let me tell you how from a man's perspective.
No, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead.
But the only reason I pointed that out is because we're doing a breakdown of what she said piece by piece.
Right. So
the problem came in when she said, because everything that you said was based off of the fact that she said, I'm not working no more.
no, that's not. I'm going piece by piece. My first thing when I made note was,
Had you not heard that part?
But my first note was, I prefer it that way. I'm unemployed and I prefer it that way. So a man can catch me at my lowest. So still my question would have been, okay, so you unemployed, you prefer it that way, you expect the man to come in and catch you at your lowest and help build you up so you can give him your loyalty. Okay, so what am I building? What are you trying to build? What it is that you really want to do? See, these are the questions. I guess I'm different.
Once you got to that,
See,
I'm not working.
Before we even get to the I'm not working for the man, I'm still stuck on the I'm 40, I'm unemployed, and I prefer it that way. Hey, does that say Tom?
Hi.
Yes, this is live.
Yes. We're live.
So my thing is, we would have stopped before you even got to the what's the word? When you said about being unemployed, her not working for the man, we would have never made it that way. We would have never made it that far because you're 40, you're unemployed.
But you didn't know that until she got there.
No, she said it in the beginning.
But
She said, "Babe, what do you do for a living?" That was the first question in the video start.
Wait. Because we listened to everything until we got to the 40 part, and that's why I said what the.
She said she was 40 in the beginning of the video. She said, "Hey, babe, what you do?" "Oh, I'm 40 and unemployed." She said that in the beginning of the video.
I missed that part. I'm sorry.
She said, "I'm 40, unemployed," and it's like, I prefer it that way. And it's like, okay, thank you. She said, I prefer it that way. And
There you go. Thank you.
She said, I prefer it that way.
Okay, so I missed the four. That's why I asked you, what did she say?
Right. She
because
said,
I told you I kept missing that part.
Hey,
okay,
boo.
I'm sorry.
Hey, boo, what you do? "Oh, I'm 40 and I'm unemployed." "Okay. Do you think you should be dating right now?" "Oh, well, I prefer it that way because I need a man to catch me at my lowest so he can build me up and then I can give my loyalty towards him."
Okay, see, I missed
What?
all I heard was I'm unemployed.
Right.
I didn't hear all that
See,
part.
what? So now, okay, so what are you trying to build? What are you trying to get me to build? Where are you trying to get me to spend my money? What it is that you trying to do? Do you even know what you want to do? And then if I can't continue to help build you.
All right, man, I was trying to.
If I can't continue to help build you, then will your loyalty leave? Like, if I get sick, are you not going to... Can we change roles? So this is before we even start talking about, I don't want to work for the man no more. Young lady, let me help you out. I hope you go to church because the Bible make it very clear two things. Number one, in order for the Lord to give you your own, you have to build another man's, which means that the Lord has to be able to trust you with somebody else's before he establishes yours. And number two, Paul made it very, very clear. A person that do not work don't eat. So what are we talking about here? You 40, you about to be 40, or you are 40, you unemployed, and then
you ain't interested in working for the man.
You ain't interested in working for the man. So
But
what
you
is
ain't-
your interest? You ain't stated what you want to do, what's your interest, what you trying to build. No, you just want a man to come in because this is what else she said. Let's finish what she said. Let's finish this. Because I blocked little stupid old tongue. Okay, cool. Let me come back over here and let's finish.
Again, because I look for the man to be the provider. As a woman, I wouldn't.
So you want a man to accept something that you wouldn't accept?
So you want a man to accept something that
Yeah,
you're
you
not
wouldn't
willing to
accept.
accept because she says she would not date a man who is unemployed. Now, let me help you women out real quick. And I'm sorry, ladies. I'm sorry to say this. So all the ladies, I need for you to go get a pen and a piece of paper. Or you can take out your phone, go to your notes, or you can find one of your friends, or do like I do. I always find my wife text message and type what I need to type. Sometimes I'll send it to her just so I can have it, and then I'll lose it.
So you just go tell the people how you just be doing me.
So listen, ladies, let me help you out. And this is something I had to learn. And this is a pride piece that I had to swallow as a man. Let me help you out. Everybody can say amen if you can, if you got a piece of paper and a pencil. And I want you to write this down in all caps. a man, your husband, your father then, is not the Godhead. When a man decides that he wants to step into place and become the provider, he takes himself out of the dependence of God and works on his own independence. God is everybody's provider, including the man. And a lot of us as men had to learn this fact the hard way, because I tried it. I was like, I refuse to let my wife sleep outside. And God was like, first off, remember, Negro, before you even married her, when you were standing in the back of YMCA and I was trying to get you to quit smoking cigarettes, and you came and you asked me about her, and I told you that she was my daughter and I will see to it that she okay. I don't need your help. And then I said, make sure that you steward her. Not take care of her, but steward. That means that everything that is pertaining to her is provided for before I got there, because I'm storing something. Everybody was born with a gift that you must steward. It's not your gift. It's given to you. And once I thought that I was the provider, that I was going out here doing my thing. And then it became a I thing. Then it was, I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to do this. Then I stopped praying. I stopped seeking guidance. Because now when you feel that you as a man is the provider, you kind of put God to the side. And then you try to step in his shoes, which you would never be able to feel. Like I said before, she's looking for a man to catch her at her lowest. No, you need Jesus to catch you at your lowest, because that is the only man that can truly provide. Because guess what? I can't do nothing without Christ. Nothing. I can do nothing without Christ. So when we go on this tangent, we put our wives in jeopardy. We put our children in jeopardy. Because now we decide we're going to play God. That puts strain in the house. Because guess what? If I don't meet up to the expectation, and I definitely cannot meet the expectation that God provides. If I don't meet that expectation, who does that hurt? That hurts my wife. That makes her frustrated. That breaks down her confidence in me. That breaks me down. Then sometimes men slide into this depression state that we really don't tell women about. And we kind of depressed, and we don't know if we going right, left, up, down, in, out. We don't know. We all over the place. We trying to make it happen. We trying to put this thing together instead of going into the closet. I'm just keeping it a buck. My job is to steward. Because if I put myself back in the stewardship position, then that means that I have to learn management position. Which means that if I'm a manager, that means that there is an owner above me. All my paperwork for Anthony Media, I am listed as the operations manager. Since the day I started this company back in July the 17th, 2017, I am the operations manager. It's kind of hard to explain to the state that Jesus is the boss. He's the owner. I am just the steward. I manage the operations. I own nothing. Nothing. Adam did not own the garden. God built the garden. He planted the seeds. He made it grow. He put Adam there to manage what he already established. He brought him a wife. He had already established her in the heavens. I make them male and female. I make them. She was already established. Here you go. Steward this. Everything that we have, we are to steward. I don't own my wife. She's not property. My kids are not property. Nothing. Not even the talent that I have belongs to me. Matter of fact, my children don't belong to me because I was born with the sperm to create them. I didn't make it myself. And she was like, she wants a man to provide. No. Women, let me help you out. You need to find a man who knows that God is his provider. Find a man who relies and depends on Christ to lead him, to guide him, to nurture him, to push him, to build him. That's who is catching him at his low, at his mid, at his high, in his side, everything. That he is chasing after Christ. Let me just keep it a buck. Because when you're in a place where you're about to lose everything and then you start analyzing where did you go wrong, then you realize some men, we as men, we step out of bounds because we want to be God. Because we stop depending on him because we done made a little money and we get into a little money and now we trying to be independent. So even from the beginning of her conversation, Miss Lady, Jeremiah 17, verse 5, lets you know very clear that you are not to put your trust. It said, the first thing it says is, thus says the Lord, cursed be the man who put his trust in man. But blessed is the man who put his trust in the Lord.
17 and 9.
In order for you to establish something, you have to work for the man, because working for the man builds your skill, it builds your character, it builds your integrity, it gives you a work ethic, it puts you in a place where God says, okay, I now trust you to go out and be on your own because you have shown me that you can do this. And talking about you don't want to work, you ain't going to eat. The Bible makes that very clear.
I would like to see that whole interview from the lady, not from his reel.
Right.
But I would like to see the whole interview because I would like to see what her actual train of thought is and her mentality.
Well, let's finish. Well, we already got it.
Right. Say to live a comfortable life, you need at least 6 figures and at least 100,000 before taxes.
I agree with her. You need 6 figures to live comfortable. Depending on where you live in.
She said before taxes.
Before taxes. So now let me help you out.
You ain't gonna have that if you have a business.
So let me help you out.
Cause even before taxes, that's why you get all the good write-offs you get. Cause
No, let's say she got a corporate man, 100,000, 6 figures, right? Depending on what state you live in. California, New York is taking anywhere between 45 to 55% of that 100,000. Gone. Texas taking 10 to 15. Florida 5 to 15, Texas 5 to 10, depending on what you're doing. Georgia got a new flat rate tax, almost 6% plus the federal tax. So he's in a 32% tax bracket. So that's about 40%. Now let's say you own a business. If you don't pay yourself on payroll, you have to pay business taxes, self-employment taxes, which comes out almost the same as what you got to pay on the federal side. And you're going to pay self-employment taxes, which is double probably or triple what you're going to pay just in regular federal taxes. So that was the one thing I was hoping Trump got rid of in the tax bill was self-employment tax, because you already taxing me from the business and on the federal. So if you made 100,000, question becomes how much of that 100,000 did it cost for you to run your business? So what if it took you 80,000 to run your business? So now you got 20,000 left over. So now you have to pay self-employment tax if you're not on payroll. Then you have to turn around and pay federal state tax. Then you have to pay a business tax. And then you pay taxes on all of your goods and services that you use to run your business. So you're still not getting what it is that you're really looking for. And then if you put yourself on payroll, let's say you make $50,000 a year out of the 100,
bring it back in.
You're still not comfortably on this 100,000 that you are looking for, because you had to pay yourself 50. And you're going to get taxed on the 50,000 that you paid yourself. So how about you put your trust and your loyalty in Christ? How about we start there? How about you ask Christ to come into your life at your lowest? How about you let Jesus be the man that you seek out and search for while you're at your lowest? How about you let Jesus be the man that you're looking to help build you up, to help give you the idea to build what you need to build? Allow him to be who you partner with. Allow him to become your Lord and your Savior. Allow him to become the King in your life. Allow him to be the man that you seek. Allow him to get your mind out of being conformed to this world, but let it be transformed by the renewing through the word. And stop looking. And this goes to women, period. Stop looking for men, because it is not your job to look for a man. It is your job to be found by one. And if you truly want to be found by a good man, I'm going to tell you, you have to go find the great man first.
Come on, Pastor.
Let me say that again for the people in the back who didn't catch it. Women, it is not your job to look for a man. It is your job to be found by one. You are the favor. It is your job. When a man findeth a wife, he obtains favor from the Lord. So you are to be found. But in order for you to be found by a man, you must first find the great man, which is Jesus Christ.
And when you go looking, it's just like a donkey chasing the carrot on the stick. When you go looking, you never catch it.
Oh, no. You're right.
Because
Or
let me change that. Because you can catch the counterfeit.
Right. I was going to say, or you'll catch something.
But you're not going to catch what God got for you.
Because Satan know what you looking for. Satan know. He know what you looking for. He know what's on your mind. He know what it is that you want. You want him tall, dark, and handsome. You want a Malik Yoba from NYP, from New York Undercover. You want you what's my boy from Best Man. You want an Idris Elba. You want a Morris Chestnut. The devil know what you want.
Sure do.
He'll send it right to you. Just like this woman right here, she about to get set up for the okie doke. And she don't know it. So let me help you women out. It's okay to be unemployed, but what are you building? And before you try to go out here and build something or build something with somebody else, how about you ask God to rebuild what's on the inside? To the men who are watching, the same thing goes for you. So what, you unemployed? Or so what, you making 6 figures? What's on the inside? Do you know your identity in Christ? Do you know who you truly are? Men, do you know your value? Men, do you know how to truly sit down and ask questions? Do you understand what soul ties are that you need to break? Do you understand the purpose of sex and how we have abused it? Do you know, or are you ready to be a husband and a father? Are you ready to serve somebody else? Are you ready to give your life? Are you ready to sacrifice what you want in the service of someone else? And if the answer is no to all of them, then you need to go sit down somewhere. Or you can go to 5thingsyouneedtoknow.com. The link is in the description box. And go get you some education.
Shantae said, I'd rather stay by myself. Good grief.
We're allowing people, we're giving people passes, and they're all on social media with this foolishness. The men are weak and the women are trying to dominate. It is the same thing that took place in the Garden of Eden. Adam became weak. He didn't stand up to his wife. He didn't slap the hell out of the serpent and tell him, we not eating off this. He didn't stand his ground. And it's time for men to come back, grow some balls, and stand up and be men. We'll stop little boys from going to prison and in the grave. We'll stop little girls from out here selling their bodies and being snatched off the street. Because if men knew that if you tried to snatch my daughter, I already done taught her how to hit you in your nuts and step on your feet and scream. And we coming out, and if we get back to community and start loving and knowing your neighbor and loving your neighbor as yourself, we'll have less crime. We'll have less problems. We can raise these children right. There can be more respect. People can go to school and truly become something. Besides, everybody want to be a TikToker, and everybody want to do this, and everybody want to do that. Everybody want to follow the trend. Everybody want to be a whore or a housewife, or both. They want to be side chicks are now popular. Who in the hell wakes up in the morning saying, you know what? I think it's good that I sleep with somebody else's husbands today. I can't call him right now because he with the wife. So I have to wait for another 15 minutes for him to get in the car and drive halfway down. Who is planning a day like that? Do you understand how dumb that is?
You got it twisted, because that's not how they think. And we're going to have to get into the side chick, because the side chick is okay with being a side chick because she don't want to be bothered every day, all day.
Paul said, go get your own husband. And if you don't want to be bothered, then stay single and commit yourself to the Lord.
But that says a lot about your self-esteem.
And that means your self-esteem is not good.
It's
too much going on. It's a lot.
too much.
So all I'm saying is,
It's too much.
you want a man with 6 figures? Let me help you out. A man who has a dream and a vision, who has built something, if you was not there from the get-go, if you wasn't there from the beginning, you have to prove to him that you're worth. He don't care nothing about what's between your thighs, because he can go buy that. That's for sale, just like the shirt. It's okay even if you were unemployed. But what are your values? What are your morals? My wife was right. Men who make that kind of money has a standard. They live a certain code. They live at a certain level. And they're not going to tolerate anything less than that. Anything less than that, you're what they call effable. What is your morals? What is your character? What do you bring to the table that can cause growth? Not expenditure, but growth. Because something that I've been learning in this last year, following behind multi-million-dollar people, they like growth in every area of their life, not just their finances. They want to be a better person. They want better character. They want to read more. They want every part of their life, they want better, not just financially. Every part. They want to eat right. They want to have a good health. They want to be able to enjoy life. So whoever this lady is, ma'am, I pray that the Lord can find you where you are. I pray that the Lord can change your heart. I pray that he can show you him. And I pray that you can allow him to be the man that you are truly looking for first. I ask that he change how you see men. And not even how you see men. Father, change how she sees herself. Allow her to know that she was created in your image. But if she comes to you and receives salvation of Jesus Christ, she's your daughter. And that she is of the King. No trend is now the sister's wife. All of this foolishness. The sister wives, they've been doing the sister wives since the Mormons came into existence. No real man want 2 wives. It's hard to deal with the one you got. Now I got to deal with another one too. Then she got kids on top of. No, nobody want that. No man want that. I can promise you. That's a headache. Men don't like headaches. So yeah. So I hope y'all enjoyed this, man. Please give us a thumb. Please, please like, share, subscribe, tell somebody, share this with somebody. Pass this message along. Somebody needs it. Go on down your phone. Say, girl, you need to hear this. Boy, you need to hear this. Tell somebody.
We will see y'all back here tomorrow at 2:00.
2:00. Manana.
Love y'all.
You love me?
Bye.